Yo, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today is December 27th. When you'll be seeing this, it'll be December 28th. Um, so there's a thing going around, and it's affecting the youth, as they say. And it's not the rap music this time. It is actually the gambling, right? So, we got to talk about it, guys. We have to talk about the gambling epidemic. You know what I mean? Now, I personally am a slots enjoyer, specifically Huff and Puff. And I did dabble in the online gambling space in the past, right? But, I quickly realized after a large amount of money later that this is a dumb idea. Okay? So, I've done it all. Here's what I used to play. I used to play Roulette. I don't know if you guys know about Roulette, but when Roulette first came out, it was an online gambling site, kind of like what Stake is today. And you could play this game called Crash, where you basically get a multiplier every time the rocket goes up, and the rocket goes up exponentially, and then you would basically have to pull out your money before the rocket crashes. And it's a good concept, and it's a very addictive game. But in today's video, we're going to specifically be talking about sports gambling. Now, me personally, I would love to be a good sports gambler. I'm just not. You know what I mean? I'm just not a good sports gambler. Like, I put money down on shit that I believe should happen, and it just never seems to happen, and it kind of gets under my skin. It's like any other day, Jaylen Brown would do this. You know what I mean? But this time when I bet, JB doesn't do this. You know what I mean? And so I'm the type of person that once I figure out, okay, this is not good for me, I'm going to stop. Now, the reason I still dabble in Huff and Puff is, well, if you guys don't know, I live in Atlanta, and gambling is not legal here. So there's no slot machines. Well, there's gaming machines in like the gas station and the Kroger, but there's no real casinos in Georgia. So I have to go all the way to North Carolina just to gamble. So therefore, I don't do it a lot. I only do it when I go on vacations and or gotta go past North Carolina, then I'll go. But even if I do go, I only put in a couple bucks. And here's the thing. I usually win most of the time. I win when I go inside and I play slots. I win. I even win sometimes on the roulette table, on black. I win. Here's the thing. The thing is not that I don't win when I go inside the casino. Guys, let me just lay this out. When I go inside the physical casino, I win. You understand? The problem is I don't leave. That's the problem. The problem is not me going in there and losing a bunch of money. All right? The problem is me going in there, winning a bunch of money, and then giving it all back. And then maybe some extras. You know what I mean? Because I don't leave. And let me tell you why. Before you get into, okay, well, that's everybody's problem. No, let me tell you why I don't leave. I don't leave not because I've been in there for hours and I'm finally up. I leave because I usually come up within the first 5 minutes of being there, okay? I come up within the first 5 minutes of being there. And it's 3 hours away. So it's like, I don't want to come here 3 hours away, be here for 5 minutes, then go right back home. Where's the fun in that? So I stay for a little bit longer. Maybe I get a couple drinks, and then I wind up in the negative, guys. So anyway, that's my relationship with the casino. I'm not saying, I'm not, listen, gamble at your own risk. I personally am a slots enjoyer. I just gotta find that balance of where I go in. Once I win, I leave. I gotta get that discipline. I just don't have it. I'm not there yet. Let's get into the video for today. Let's do it. Well, by the way, this video has just been going up. It's at 1.2 million views right now, and it was just posted. So let's see what it's all about.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on, sit down because today we're going to be talking about sports betting.
This is a public health emergency happening. We're not talking about it yet.
I gotta admit, it is a bit out of hand. These days, everybody's got a prize pick sponsor. Everybody's telling you, pick this, pick that, pick that. Everybody's got a sponsor of some type of game. Gambling is everywhere. The commercials is everywhere. It is excessive at this point. I do get why we're calling it an epidemic. Gambling addicts are 15 times more likely to attempt suicide. I see why.
Since being legalized in 2018, there has been a massive influx of online sports betting. It has gotten to a point where it's inescapable. I mean, I watch a lot of football, right? I cannot believe the amount that like sports betting sponsorships have on actual broadcast television. That seems insane, to the point where even before games there's odds. And the only reason I even want to talk about this now is because it's gotten so crazy that I cannot watch a game without having a couple friends sit over and them talking about like, oh, I just lost that bet, and they go through 7 different apps on their phone with all these different bets. It's a problem.
No, I'm not gonna lie, it is out of it. Like when you see some of these ads, bro, like these ads, they will have like, I had fucking Kevin Hart on my screen telling me to follow his parlay. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, that's how far along the line we are. We're at the point where Kevin Hart is on my screen with Drewski telling me to follow their parlay. You know what I mean? They're betting on the game that I'm watching right now. This is what you need to put in. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And look, I gotta admit, like, betting on the games, I get it. It's not I don't get it. I get it. Betting on the games makes it more fun. Like, you have something at stake. You want your team to win more. You want this guy to do more because you're also in the game. It's like you have some skin in the game. So previously, if a team and there's a lot of people that's passionate without the money in the situation. Me personally, I'm not that passionate. I don't really give a damn. But previously, if your team didn't win or didn't go to the playoffs, it didn't matter. You know, like it's just them. They either win the championship or they don't win the championship. You didn't win anything. You don't care. But when you can put your ass on the line as well, and the possibility of winning, it makes the game 10 times better. So, yeah, you know what I mean?
We're in a problem. It's on your TV, your phone, billboards, and even the radio. Sports betting has become one of the most profitable and addictive markets in the world.
And then everybody who's sponsored by like Stake and these online gambling casinos, oh my God, everybody, they're moving like fucking Daddy Warbucks. They have like 100 fucking cars, private planes, so much jewelry. I mean, come on, bro. Look at Steve, bro. Look at Steve, bro. Steve is lit, bro.
Every
and
single
you know it's off that gambling shit. You know it.
Sporting event now has a multitude of different things you can put money on. And while this is exciting for seasoned bettors, it's starting to get more and more younger people to open up their wallets and gamble, pretty much.
There are ways to bet when you are 18. I have a couple friends who like use like their dad's email on FanDuel. Online, it says a 50-year-old man's placing the bet, but no, it's like my buddy.
Not only that, but because sports betting apps are growing so popular, they are now allowing people to place bets on everything.
Bro, see, no, I've seen this, but I didn't know if it was real or not. But it looks like it's actually real, bro. You could have bet on the election. You could bet on like world events, guys. This is insane. I actually want to check this. I want to check this website out, bro, because I didn't actually go through it. Isn't it called like Polymarket or something? I think it's called like Polymarket or something. But we're going to check that out before the video ends, guys.
From politics to even the weather, okay? Even professional athletes and coaches are betting on their own games to make a quick buck. And it's, you know, Harry, what was the team, the basketball team, the guy got caught?
Terry Rozier was a player, and then Chauncey Billups, the coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, also. His was a little bit different because they're saying something through the mob. They think he has ties with the mob. Where they...
What is happening? And not only that, but then Otani's translator was sports betting, and it definitely wasn't Otani. Word off, dude. There's gonna be a huge, like, supernova star collapse that's gonna happen with this sports betting stuff. It's going to implode on itself very, very shortly.
Do you think so? I don't think so, guys. I don't think this sports betting shit is going anywhere. I actually think it's just getting started. I think this sports betting shit is in the beginning stages and is gonna get even bigger. It's gonna get even bigger.
If traditional gambling wasn't already doing enough damage, we're starting to see a massive increase in gambling addiction due to the rise of sports betting and how easy it is to bet with these apps, and even seeing people like your own like athletes that you like, they're sports betting. You have Shaq and Kevin Hart and LeBron James.
I'm fucking telling you, bro.
Spewing out shit every other commercial. It's an impressionable system where it starts with it's just $1, and then all of a sudden, how about my rent? To put things into perspective, look no further than the upcoming March Madness. It's currently expected that this NBA tournament alone will rack up to $3.1 billion. And
here's the problem. And let me tell you guys what the problem is. The problem is me even just watching this makes me want to say, you know what? Let me download Prize Picks and see what my options are. That's the problem right there. That's the problem. That's how good winning feels. Basically.
Sports betting. College kids, which just recently were able to get paid from this stuff. I want to say thank you, Johnny Manziel. Moneyman Manziel. Just recently, a young high schooler referred to as Max explained how disappointed he was to find out that this yearly Super Bowl party he throws with his friends is now 100% focused around betting all of their money on this event. Which, you know what, dude? Don't do it, Max. Supposed to say, oh, I feel bummed it's happening. Then don't participate in it, dumbass. Not only were his friends becoming addicted to sports betting, but he noted that many kids at his school were pulling out money from their savings and bar mitzvah accounts to
No way, bro. No way. No way, bro.
do it. Oy vey. And according to him, it's all the kids in school are talking about, with the youngest person he knows starting at 11 years old. And that's straight from the source, baby. Because also, I like how people too are like, well, you have to have an ID to get on. It's like, you don't think that, have we not had Photoshop for, I don't know, 70 years? Like, oh my God. Also, AI face filters. This is me. And someone's like, okay. It doesn't help that betting on sports is more accessible than ever, with various apps to choose from like FanDuel, DraftKings, Bet365, BetMGM, Fanatics, Caesars, Stake, and many, many more. I like how we just label that all off just to give it to you, in case you want to get addicted yourself. Sorry. This video is sponsored by Fume, the leaders in flavored air. Breaking bad habits can be hard. Don't let holiday stress get to you. Stay strong and let Fume help you out. Fume is not a vape. It's not an e-cig. It's just flavored air, which means you can use Fume anywhere. With Fume, there's no vapor, no nicotine, and never any toxic chemicals. And on top of
Bro,
that,
this guy
Fume
is
an
hell.
award-winning
What is
device
this?
that puts you on the
What is this
platform
segment, bro?
free for
Where
background
did this shit just come from?
Fume has great flavors like cool mint, peach blush, cinnamon hearts, and grapefruit. Fume is also there for you when you're feeling
Is this an actual
anxious.
sponsor?
The device is so compact that you can take it anywhere, letting you keep Fume by your side and find your calm. With its satisfying clicks and snaps, you can fidget with the device to your heart's content.
Bro, this guy is
I keep
hell,
mine here at
bro.
my desk.
There's no way. I
Without
think this is
taking
an
up any
actual
space.
real
It's so
sponsor, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip this.
code on screen to
He's-
get yours
I think
today.
he's being
Thank
serious,
you
guys.
for sponsoring this video.
Yeah, this is
FanDuel,
real.
one of the leaders in sports betting, even has physical locations where people can place bets and grab drinks as they watch games on multiple screens at once. It's pretty much just a live sports book where you can, it's like taking your dad to Buffalo Wild Wings and the dog track at the same time. It's now becoming much more normalized among casual watchers as social activity, right? You go there, you throw down a
Honestly, I think that's a good business idea. Like, if this becomes like it's sort of legal in Georgia, but if it becomes like really legal in Georgia, like I think that's a good idea. Like you just have a room full of like chairs and screens, and everybody can just watch every game and order drinks and just watch the game, bro. And like with their bet, you know what I mean, and play some bets, you know what I mean. Yeah, a sports bar basically.
couple bones, you watch the game, you eat some wings, you go home. And sometimes you can hit it big. And that's the problem, is when you hit it big, because then you're chasing that high forever. It's one thing to bet money on the Super Bowl, but some people will literally bet on anything. Bet Online, an offshore online gambling company, even admitted that a staggering amount of people take bets on Little League baseball games. That should be illegal. Betting on small Mexican and Chinese boys
I think
playing
you'll
baseball.
probably get the best odds on Little League baseball games. That way you know it's not fucking rigged. Yeah, I know little Timmy. I know little Timmy's not gonna fuck me on this pitch. You know what I mean? I'd rather put my bets there than on fucking Shea Gilgis. Fucking, you know what I mean?
That should be illegal. It's prevalent enough that Little League puts on an official statement condemning the act. You guys have got to stop. You guys have, the Great Lakes American baseball team, they're scared. After a while too, what's gonna happen is if it becomes, they're like, there's too much going on, every one of these fractions is gonna want a piece of the pie.
I thought you were gonna say you're gonna get worried for the players, because I could see like a grown man betting on a child, and then he loses.
A kid, not even that, but
Yeah.
Jorge, whoever plays for Mexico, is playing China, whatever. He's like a huge slugger. Who's not to say that someone does his fucking crowbar to a shin before the game? Huh? I mean, that's what these kids should be, if you're a child, you should be afraid. Okay? And I bet you anything, it goes even more local, where people who want their fixes on that, they do stuff where it's like not even on an app, but it's like parents betting on their own child's game with other people in the community. He's like, he's coming over to my house, I'll poison him, I'll put eye drops in his water or his Coca-Cola, get him all sick and shit. Exactly. According to Harry Levant, a therapist and addiction specialist, he has young patients that are college students gambling away their federal student loans betting on sports.
Oh my
I have
gosh.
patients who gamble in the shower. I have patients who gamble before they get out of bed in the morning. I have patients who gamble while they are driving.
I know there's somebody that's doing this shit like as a part of their daily routine. Like they're coming out the bed and they're like, ugh. So first, let me go ahead and check the bets for today. Pop, 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 lock it in. All right, now let me go brush my teeth. Like I know there's somebody out there who incorporated that into their daily lifestyle, guys. And I know it's an average Joe, not one of these guys selling you picks and stuff. Like we didn't even get into the guys who's selling you picks. Don't even get me started on the people that's selling picks right now, bro. These guys, I'm not gonna name any because I don't want to fuck up their hustle, but these guys are insane. They're selling you picks to get into a Discord, and
There are no guardrails. We scientifically know the human brain, the risk-reward system for a young man, isn't fully formulated until you're 25.
And this is leading to all sorts of chaos within the world.
25 guys, so I'm finally out that dumb stage now. I have no more excuses. Every dumb decision here on out is on me. You know what I mean? No excuses.
Of professional sports. It's ruining the lives of fans, fundamentally changing how people consume sports, and causing athletes to be harassed by angry gamblers. And it is just generally deemed bad for society by more than just about everybody, right? Everybody's saying this is bad for human beings as we know it. When you go to place a bet, you are betting on more than just the outcome of the game. Nowadays, you can bet on every little detail, from specific player stats, the specific time at which athletes score, and even how many people are in attendance at the game? How many people decide to show up? Which if your bet's big enough, you could be like, I'll pay everyone's ticket and go there and I'll score. You know what I mean? I literally believe you could orchestrate something like that. Parlays are another mechanic that has hooked the majority of sports bettors because it means you don't have to place a large bet to win a large payout. Parlays allow you to string together.
Oh my gosh, guys, hold on. $51 to win $1 million. Oh my God, he won $1 million. He hit the 20-leg parlay. Oh my God. See, I mean, like, shit like this makes you like, you gotta take the risk. You know what I mean? It makes you want to, you gotta take the $51
Multiple
to
bets.
$1 million paid. Bro, who is this guy, bro? We gotta find him, bro.
On various aspects of the game. They take a lot to hit, but if they do, usually the payout is a large sum. So usually you're betting on micro things to happen through a game on a series of small bets that has an insane payout. That's why you set the, it's a multiplier. That's why you see a guy in Buffalo Wild Wings ball his fist and drive it through the server's face when a 16-string parlay doesn't hit. It was right there! That's how it ends up happening.
That would be a lot of money, though, to be fair.
Oh,
16
boy.
leg.
Exactly. He's going to go home and put a gun in his mouth. I could have had it all. This system is extremely, extremely addictive. Not only because it's like buying a cheap lottery ticket, but because you usually need all of your legs to hit in order to get the payout. So you're just scratching, you're itching. Oh God, did he shoot it? Who made that score? It's what happens. It's like watching heroin addicts watch a game. Sports books, it's like, seriously, it's like someone taking a crack rock and being like, fight for your freedom. That kind of thing. Most bettors miss one or two legs, creating what's known as a near miss outcome. Near misses are addictive because, much like getting two matching symbols on a slot machine, your brain interprets it as being almost a winner, which urges you to try again. Companies like DraftKings realized this and even offered special promos such as ghost leg parlays, which allowed bettors to win a payout even if they last the one leg they needed. This creates a vicious feedback loop that leaves bettors wanting more and more until they have nothing left to lose. Thanks, DraftKings. Another big mechanism that brings people in is prop bets, which let you bet on specific stats and players. Not only has this widened the pool of things to bet on, but it has also led to some very ridiculous bets. In 2021, infamous YouTuber Vitaly, who's in prison now in like a different country because he's he placed a bet on whether or not there would be a streaker in 2021 Super Bowl between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. To ensure the best hit, he enlisted a man named Yuri Andrade to run out onto the field before getting tackled and arrested. See, as I'm saying, you do that thing, you pay someone to go and take the hit, you give him like a percentage of whatever it is. Otani did.
That's genius, bro. I wonder, did that work out? Did that work out for him? Did he get the pay?
This. If you think Otani didn't do something like this, the 2025 Super Bowl also had a ton of weird prop bets. For example, you could bet on the color of the Gatorade that would be dumped on the winning coach. According to DraftKings, the color with the best odds were purple, followed by a tie between orange and yellow. I would have bet yellow. I almost always feel like I unanimously see yellow. Do they also, this is regardless of whatever, do people still do the Disney thing? What are you doing now?
See, I'd rather bet on things like that, bro. I can't bet on players, bro, because I feel like they're doing it on purpose. I feel like they know. I feel like before they go to a game, they sit down, they get the sheet, and they're like, okay, most people are betting on me to go over 30. And there's some people that's betting on me to go under 30. In the casino's best interest, they'll pay me a couple dollars if I go under 30. So I'm going to go under 30. I feel like that's what they're doing before every game. Or the coach is like, look, let me see everybody's players. This is what everybody's betting. And casino throw me a couple bucks if I take SGA out the game. And you know, and I put in somebody else. And don't allow SGA to get, you know, a triple-double. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, I'm going to Disney. That was like a big thing they did in the NBA, I feel like.
Michael Jordan and the Bulls, you just won your first NBA championship. What are you going to do next? We're going to Disney World. Yeah.
What the
Whoever
fuck?
won the NBA champion.
Look, if you made it this far into the video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 50 subs. Once we get to 50 subs, we're going to do a $50 giveaway. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me every day and pushing that needle.
Yeah, gonna do next, Shaq? I'm going to Disney. Some bet on whether Travis Kelce would propose to Taylor Swift or whether or not someone would cry during the national anthem. Chris Jones, that's easy. He cries at every national anthem. It's fucking ridiculous. Other ridiculous bets include guessing the specific time it took to sing the national anthem, how many Canadian viewers there were, and if there would be a power outage. With all these various ways to play, people have gotten superstitious about how they place their bets. One of the biggest sports bettors on the planet is Drake. I'm just gonna let that sink in for a second.
Guys, I got a fucking stomach ache. I got a stomach ache.
He will bet millions at a time and has a historically bad track record of betting on teams or players that lose. Kiki, do you love me? This has led to a phenomenon called the Drake curse, in which bettors purposely bet against Drake, believing it's a slam dunk win. Many sports bettors claim they can't enjoy simply watching sports anymore. They have to place bets, otherwise there's no thrill to the enjoyment anymore. It's like, there's no thrill of the hunt anymore, right?
I agree. Hey, look, guys. I'm coming down with a bit of a tummy ache. If you guys want to finish the video, you're gonna have to watch it yourself. Go down to Papa Meat's channel. I'm actually gonna sub. I enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We are out.